Well, probably didn't expect this video to happen at all, but here we are. Today, making a serious video. I haven't done one of these, especially on this topic, in a long time. But today, I am saying sorry. And the one person I'm going to say sorry to, and the whole point of this video, is DestroyerH6. Destroyer, I am sorry for believing a lie and not listening to you when I should have. I am sorry that your voice wasn't heard, and I'm also sorry that the words and names that you have been called since the events of August 2022 has hindered you to this point. I know for a fact I messed up when I decided to believe something without knowing both sides. And I only heard one, and especially at the time that this all happened, I was very, very frustrated. And looking back on it, and looking back on how everything transpired shortly after, the events of me pretty much going on a rant about you blocking me on Twitter, the fact that all this happened not even a month after the fact was jarring to me. I should have taken into consideration that said person probably wanted to jump on the DestroyerH6 hate bandwagon. I should have known that something was up with how close together the exposed quote-unquote video or stream and the series of tweets that I ended up making shortly after being blocked on Twitter. Again, just, I should have looked into it more rather than coming to a conclusion, which turned out to be the wrong conclusion. There is no way today that I would pick a side and just based off of one side, because I always want to hear both sides, especially nowadays. I want to hear both sides, and I want to, excuse me, make my own conclusion there. At the time, I didn't, and I regret not ever doing that. I regret not giving you the chance, and I regret not letting your voice be heard by others, and I regret only hearing one side and not the other. Because hearing both sides is better in making your own conclusion rather than listening to one side of any argument and coming to a conclusion there. This is something that, in my mind, I did not want it to bother me, and in all honesty, it didn't. But the more, especially in the recent weeks, about this being brought up, this whole thing being brought up, about me believing in a lie, I looked into it, and I found out, like I said, just how close together the quote-unquote exposed stream was made, just how close it was to my rant after you blocked me at the time. I, like I said, should have known that something was up, and I didn't, because at the time I was so frustrated, and I just believed anything that came my way. And looking back, I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have believed everything, because nowadays I don't. I choose to not believe something until facts are presented and the opportunity for all sides to speak is there. This is something that, in all honesty, I should have made last year when Brian Griffin Family Guy fan made his video. I should have done this way sooner than now, unfortunately. And to Alex, I am sorry. And to the fans as well, I am sorry if your guys' view of me changes because I have apologized. That's fine. If it's in a negative way, that's fine. If it's in a positive way, that's fine. But I want everyone to know something that I think everyone should understand and that I had to find out the hard way myself. When there's certain situations going on, don't listen to one side. Because that one side may or may not be the truth. So that's why you listen to both sides. So that you can make your own argument towards it. And that you can come to a reasonable conclusion on the whole matter. It's the best course of action to take instead of just flat out believing one side and not hearing out the other, because then that causes major issues for many people in the future that believe the one side. And also let's also take into consideration that the who shall not be named, which you guys probably know who it is, hasn't uploaded anything in a long time, and as a matter of fact, all of his videos are gone. So something there is amiss. And I should have known also when I saw that happen, when all the videos of person who should not be named, all of his videos were gone. I should have realized that this was like something's wrong. And it should have led me to this conclusion back when I first saw it, and I didn't. However, now, after seeing it and finding out for myself why I shouldn't have just picked one side and why I should have listened to all, maybe to come to the conclusion that I'm in the wrong, and so is a lot of us who are believing this whole thing. And it's not to say that, people that believed, person who shall not be named is correct, because it's obvious that I believed him and I shouldn't have. And it's the fact that they didn't believe him, and that's why they don't have to, do what I'm doing. But that's what happens when you believe a lie. And I didn't want to believe in a lie. I hate being lied to, and hate's a strong word, but it's true. So once again, DestroyerH6, I am sorry. I'm not gonna sit here and try to make amends or whatever. I didn't have to do this. You said in one of the comments, feel free. So I decided to make this because I felt, out of respect for you and out of respect for your family and out of respect for all your friends and family, actually, that if there's one way to heal this big wound that has been put on you for the past 2 years, Brian Griffin Family Guy fan last year was step 1, and step 2 was me, and step 3 is, you could probably guess, but it probably will never happen, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm just wanted to make this, and I also wanted to say that I retract all of my statements made back then, as I do not believe any of the things that I was told anymore. But I'm also saying that I'm not going to support, or I'm not supporting, anybody in this whole thing. Since I, decided to retract all of my statements made at the time, I have decided that staying neutral is the best course of action. And like I said, I'm not picking any sides. I'm never going to pick a side. And I will always stay neutral in anything that is like this. And I think it's best for everyone to stay neutral, and they can make up their own opinion. They can believe one side, they can believe the other. It just depends. But for someone like me, I'm staying neutral, and that's the best way to go about it. And like I said, I retract all my statements made. I don't know how I don't know what kind of forgiveness I might be given on behalf of DestroyerH6. I don't know what you might do in that regard. But I did want to say, I'm sorry. And I really, really hope that everyone can take a look at this situation, understand where all of us went wrong in this whole thing. And I'm not going to name names, but there's a lot of other people that need, or should rather, apologize. But I think the one person that should apologize is the one who should not be named, but it's never going to happen unless something major comes his way. And that might not ever happen, but we'll see when that time comes. But I wanted to make this. I wanted to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everything that you have gone through. I hope there is some more healing with this apology video. Not all wounds can be healed, but they can slowly heal themselves. But like I said, not all of them can be healed, but some can be slowly healed. So hopefully this does something. And to DestroyerH6, I wish you the best of luck in life. I hope you're able to be what you want to be in NASCAR. And maybe one day, if you get to that point, and I'm racing for real, maybe I'll come across you again. I don't know. I don't know if that'll ever happen. It would be cool. But at the same time, who knows if it'll happen. But I do wish you the best of luck. I hope everything works out for you. And I hope that you can accept my apology. And I hope that everyone else can understand what I'm saying and why I believed what I believe. But thank you guys so much. Also, don't attack anybody in this video. Just don't. Don't go and attack DestroyerH6. Don't attack me. Don't attack anybody that is gonna change their mind. Don't do it. That's not what I want my community to consist of. I want everyone to respect each other, and that's what I feel we should all do. And if you see him in the comments of this video, please do not harass or treat him like garbage. Don't treat me that way either, and also don't treat anybody else in the comments like that as well. No matter who it is. Just don't. I love you all. I hope you guys understand where my thought process was and why I chose to believe what I chose to believe. I'm sorry, and I hope we can move on from this.